So this is in conclusion of my rear clutch. So I put the tool on and I use my 3/8 socket and I 14 millimeter, and as you can see up here it says these motors that I use is AF16E. I don't know what's used in the other parts of the world, but that is what's used. And then if you should really get a ventilated clutch cover, because that keeps your rear clutch cool and your belt from slipping, especially when you ride in the summer. Now, to go and take the front drive face off, this is the way I do it. I use a snap-on large pry bar. I use some wood that'll get me up right underneath this edge, and then I take the pry bar and I'll stick it right in one of these little tiny divots in here. Then I will use a 1/2 inch drive and a 17-inch socket, and I'll break it loose. And that's how I've done it. There are better ways to do it, but I haven't messed with it yet. Now here's the way to get your clutch back on. What I would do is I stick my rear pulley in a vise. It's just sitting on the vise. The reason I use a vise is so I can get a little bit of room on the outside here and here. Now, one thing I want to stress is that with these little clamps, there is little tiny rubber pieces underneath there. They're little rubber grommets, and you can actually take your hands, and if you're strong enough, you can pull down. And what I do is I'll pull a little bit this way, and I'll pull a little bit this way and this way and this way until I get it down where I want it. Then I'll do my fine tuning with the screw downs right there until I can get the threaded area on the pulley to just pop up right through here, and then I'll get that nut on there. Once I get the nut on just a little bit, I'm okay. That's what you want to do. Now this is where I have the clutch all the way in place. And you want to remember that at any time that spring can unload that clutch right into your face or anywhere else, and it's got a hell of a lot of pressure behind it. So you just have to be careful. Wear eye protection. Okay, now you can see I've started. This clutch is compressed as much as it can be compressed, and I started the nut on there. Now I don't get the nut super tight, I get it hand tight. Then what I do, it's taking it off again. Wait. Then what I do is I'll put it back on that board like I had it, and I'll step on it, and I'll put the little tool on it, the little 39 millimeter Kitico, and I will hammer the nut right there, give it a good half a twist, and I'm done. Then you put the clutch back on, and you put your belt on. And the way you put the belt on, I'll explain it to you, is a lot of times you put the belt on here and it won't go out to the front of the variator. So you take your hands like this and you squeeze, and as you squeeze, this pulley will open a little bit and the belt will drop down a little bit, and you'll have plenty of room to put it on the front crankshaft. That's just a little tip there. And this shows you the two ways that I take the front and the back off. There's a lot of ways you can do it. So, and you remember, you always got to keep that brake lever on there pretty good. And you can buy the Honda Springs from Honda or Bike Bandit. All of these 2000, 1000, 1400 stall springs and Kitico tools you can buy from VT Cycles, VT.com, along with the the springs, the yellow and the green, and I think there's black and red. And this motocross pick puller, spring puller, you can get on eBay. So, and that's what that tool looks like again. 39 on one end, which I use, and it's 32 on the other, but I don't use the 32. But maybe, you know, somebody has got a different kind of bike that they use it on. So that's the end of our clutches, and we're going to go with racing cylinders next video. Thank you.